Ooh, trigger warning, forehead. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing very well. I am currently getting ready to film some videos. It is later than anticipated. It is currently 7:30, and I have had a super chill day today. I went to bed super late, and the reason for that was because I was up filming, I was up working on the show, and ultimately it was a really great night of progress because I have really locked in a lot of details of the show, which is really exciting, really scary, and yeah, I'm just very excited. But before I went to bed at like 9 a.m., I took the dogs for a walk. It was a really nice time. There weren't that many people out, which was really great, really amazing. So yeah, today has been definitely a slower day, and then I went to bed around like 1 p.m. and I slept until like 5 p.m. So I'm all over the place right now. I'm currently looking over here. There's a mirror as well. I'm enjoying getting ready with all of you. I don't know what has just sparked this random MUA. I mean, we're literally using like tinted moisturizer. We're not going that crazy, but like still, you know what I mean? Following on from my conversation yesterday, I want to talk about it because I was in a rush yesterday. I feel the rush, addicted to your touch. Again, I hope that this is the foundation brush because I messed this up yesterday. I'm just gonna go with it. Yesterday I was on the way to London and I was very rushed when I was talking about, all of my friends kind of growing up at like different paces, and what I'm currently doing in life is very different than like some of my friends. And I specifically talked about my friend Rachel, and I said how we used to live together for a couple months when she was like in between places, and it was actually the first time I've ever had a roommate in my entire life. And I just talked about how we went from hanging out every single day to she's in like a full-time relationship right now, and she works full-time, and traveling and working as well, and we never meet up anymore. What's really crazy is on my way back from London after the club night yesterday, I get a text from Rachel, and it's literally her being like, "Hey, I miss you. I hope you're doing well. I love you." And I didn't say anything to her because I was like, it would be really weird to tell her that I was like talking about how I miss our friendship in a video. But I thought it was really crazy, and it made me so happy. Not that we stopped talking or anything like that, but that this random message that she sent, she has no idea that I was literally kind of, in a sense, like mourning what our friendship used to be, like literally only a couple hours later. And I think we were gonna go out for drinks last night, but I got back so late and stuff like that anyway. And so I think we're gonna do like coffee or dinner or something somewhere, which will be really nice. And I'm just excited to see her again. And I'm in the wake as well of like hanging out with people during the daytime. You know that I don't enjoy the daytime. The reason I don't enjoy the daytime is just because it's too bright. Like, that sounds so stupid, but like, when the weather's not great, I don't enjoy being out during the daytime. I don't know, there's something really depressing about it to me. I would rather go out at nighttime, but I don't want to keep doing that because I don't want my only time hanging out with people like going to a bar or something like that. And so I just don't want to do that. So that's why I'm enjoying meeting people for coffee and dinners. I think that is probably mostly blended in. I don't know. The Mur is so far away from me. I mean, I'm only doing this for filming videos, so this can be a little bit fucked up. And I'd be meeting up with my friend Glue. Shane. It's Shane out of drag. And I don't know why, but like, that is Glue to me. Even though like Glue goes by like Shane or Glue. And I always gravitate towards calling her Glue, and she's fine with that, and like even out of drag for some reason, like that's just Glue to me. We've been hanging out and going to coffee during the daytime, and you know what? I take back what I said about the daytime. It's been lovely to like wake up and like know that I have to do something during the daytime. I've never been like this before. I need to get a little bit closer so I can see when I'm covering this. You have no idea how far away the Mur is. Like, it's so far away from me right now. So yeah, shout out to Glue because, and also we went through a period where we didn't hang out that much, and we've really reconnected as friends, and I think we're a lot closer than what we've ever been, which is really nice. And it's just this concept of like, okay, I like really can't see shit. I'm gonna go to this mirror over here. This concept of you know, your friendships with people change as you know navigate through life. Sorry, I'm still popping in here. And for me and Glue, you know, we used to a big part of our friendship was you know going out with our friends to like the bar and club, and I always wanted to you know start doing different things with Glue, and Glue works full time at a club, right? So she works full time at a club, and she's also sober. So I'm enjoying my new friendship with Glue, which is hanging out not in an environment, even though she says that she has no problem hanging out in an environment that involves drinking. I'm enjoying like making this effort of us hanging out during the daytime and not doing things that involve, even if I'm not drinking, you know, obviously she's not drinking, just where we're in an environment where it's normal not to be having a drink. And so, yeah, I've really been loving reconnecting with her. It's been so amazing. And yeah, our friendship just feels so much more different and like authentic. Whereas, you know, in the past, maybe it wasn't, maybe there was, you know, other things holding us back. I don't know. And we always used to be in like a trio with like other people. And this is the first time in our careers, this is the first time in our friendship where it's literally just us. Like, we hang out solo, we do things solo, and me and Glue never used to do that. So it's lovely. And me and Rachel, you know, always love our wine nights. We fuck up a wine night, don't get me wrong. But there's something really nice about like us just like hanging out during the daytime, and like this is so stupid, but like we're planning on going to a garden center. I don't know. And you know what? You can call me boring. I know there's people out there that would love to go to a garden center rather than going to a bar. And you know what? I love going to a bar now whenever it's like an occasion. Or when I'm traveling. Like when I'm traveling, that's when I'm going to go to a bar. Also, I saw a lot of hate comments on Reddit. They were sent to me. And it was people making fun of the fact that like I'm a loner. And they were making fun of the fact that I go to bars alone. And they were like pitying me and like talking down at the fact I went to bars alone. Oh my god, my highlighter brush. I've been looking for this. I don't see a single fucking problem with me going to a bar or doing anything on my own. I enjoy my own time. I also enjoy being with people. And they're taking these stories of when I would literally be like traveling alone, going to a bar alone, and use that as like, Adam's such a loner, like how does he interact with people and stuff. And I'm like, first of all, even if that was the truth, even though it's not that there would be a problem if it is, it's such loser behavior. Like, ironically, like, you're the loser, you know what I mean, for doing that, because there are people out there that prefer doing stuff alone, and that doesn't make them fucking weird, or that doesn't make them a fucking loser, or whatever like that. So go fuck yourself if you feel that way. I love doing things alone, and I also love doing things with my friends, and I'm enjoying, you know, doing things that are not involving drinking with people in my life, you know, like going to dinners and stuff like that, and it's just been really nice. And then the main times that I like go drinking now are an occasion. So I went to my friend's club night a couple days ago. That was the first time I drank in a very long time, and it was super fun. And I didn't wake up hungover, which was surprising because I hadn't drank in so long. And then yesterday I went to a Miley Cyrus club night and was reunited with one of my friends I haven't seen in a while. That was an occasion. And the next time that I'll probably have a drink will be maybe it'll probably be whenever I'm in New York, when I'm like reuniting with my friends. And we're going to a Mariah Carey bar, and we're going to a jazz bar, and we're doing things like that. It's so lovely. Me and my friends are doing a Christmas thing next week. Next Saturday, I'm hosting Christmas in my apartment. So if anyone has any ideas how I could make that as festive as possible, I don't want to decorate that much. You know, I'm sorry. I can't be bothered, if I'm being honest. I'm not putting a fucking Christmas tree up for me to leave the next day for New York. Oh, here's a mirror where I can actually see how I look. Okay, I mean, for literally not being able to see myself, like, I didn't do that bad of a job. God, that blush is like so just, it's just easy. Like it's so natural looking. I really, really, really like it. Wow. I really like it. Um, so yeah, if anyone has any ideas how to make Christmas as festive as possible without having to put a Christmas tree up, please let me know. Because again, I don't want to have to put a Christmas tree up, and I flat out refuse to put one up. But I could do like some other sort of, decorations that are easier. I also like, I don't know how to cook, so I can't cook for everyone. A lot of my friends are gluten free, so it would need to be catered towards them when it comes to that kind of food as well. But also, I'm like, do I do desserts? Do I just do like finger food? Do I just do like crisps? What do you think I should do? Like, we were gonna do Secret Santa as well, but like, obviously, it's such a stressful time that I was like, hey guys, like, if people just don't want to spend money, like, let's not do Secret Santa. Like, it's not that deep. Like, let's just hang out and play games. I really love the idea of us all hanging out and doing like a Christmas dinner and stuff like that. But I live alone. It's way too impossible for me to even consider that. Maybe a charcuterie board. I could do a charcuterie board or something like that. Anyways, I'm very excited. It's gonna be like our last time seeing each other in total before Christmas, and then we obviously have our New Year's, but we don't know what we're doing for New Year's this year. There's really not any events going on for the first time in Brighton. But honestly, I don't really care, if I'm being completely honest. In the past, I've so obsessed over New Year's, and it's because I've always wanted a New Year's kiss. Let me tell you something, I really don't give a fuck anymore. I don't know what's going on. I'm just in this era of like, I really don't give a fuck. Like, even last night, whenever I was out with my friends, like, there were a couple people at like the bar or the club that like normally I would be like, oh my god, like, I want their attention so bad and stuff. It was the first time in my life I was like, I don't give a fuck if you don't look at me. Like, it just is not where my fucking priorities are at right now. And it always has been. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Alright, I think I've done everything except for lips, so we can spray this and then we're gonna powder. But it's so lovely to finally focus on things that aren't just like seeking male attention. Also, whenever I was out last night, I ended up meeting this YouTuber, and wow, talk about social climbing. Like, really crazy social climbing. And I was like, I don't care to talk about numbers. Like, I'm out with my friends right now. Like, why does my nose always run at this part? It's always after I do the setting spray. Like, we're at a bar right now. Like, why do you think I want to talk about analytics, statistics? Like, please, fuck off. And it's not endearing to me. It's not, if anything, I find you really irritating. And I ended up giving him my number because he took my phone and asked for it. And I really regret giving him my number. And I hope he doesn't text me. God, I find him so annoying. I fucking hate people like that and like social climbers and stuff. I'm like, also, why are you doing this at a club? Like, we're not even like in a city in which you expect like people to be social climbing. Like, we're in Brighton right now. Like, please. I need to get a tissue and wipe my nose because I am literally dripping. Luckily, I have tissues in here. I really don't know why it's always this part in which it starts to run. Alright, so we're now going to do some of the powder. So let's do that, and then we'll do lips after that. I've really been enjoying doing these little get ready with me's. You know why I enjoy them? Because I enjoy talking and having conversations whenever I am getting ready, whether that's on FaceTime or, whatever. And this just feels like that. And I've really just been enjoying reading the comment section. And the last thing I want to talk about, which is actually what I was supposed to open the video with talking about, but I had this like crazy just feeling over me all day today, and it's because in the wake of yesterday talking about like, like with your friends moving at different time periods, I saw this video from one of my like childhood best friends, and she, has a kid now. She doesn't have two kids. She's one kid, and she had posted this TikTok, and it was just a very honest and real TikTok. And I'm sending her so much love. I haven't spoken to her in a while, but I'm sending her so much love. I mean, in person. She's back in Derry, and she like really beautifully and honestly was just speaking about her struggles that she was going through, being like a single mother and stuff, and we're the same age. And I watched the video and I was like, wow, this is really moving and vulnerable and beautiful. But beyond that, it just kind of is like if you were to go back and tell all of us when we were like 16 and hanging out every day, like where everyone would be in their life, like it's crazy how everyone moves in different ways. Everyone moves at different paces, different speeds. Like some of my friends are parents, and some of my other friends are going out clubbing every night. You know what I mean? And neither of those are better than the other. Neither one is, superior. It just is like how everyone's moving. But it got me on this rabbit hole, and I started going on Facebook, which is crazy because I never go on Facebook. I went on Facebook and I started going through, my suggested friends and just kind of like seeing who I know, which is also really crazy because like so many of the people that it like suggests me to be friends with, I'm like, really? You think I want to be friends with this person who like sent me into a spiral? So algorithm, let's, fix that. Before I do my lips, I'm gonna put this lip balm on. And it was crazy just seeing people from my, specifically primary school, because I literally, actually just my primary school, because I don't care about what anyone in my secondary school, I went to an all boys Catholic school, I honestly don't care about what any of them are doing, because I literally do not have any time or care for any of them. They made my life hell, and I hated that era. But my like primary school people, I loved my primary school. It's just really crazy to see some people like, getting their bachelor's degree at like college or university. A lot of them are living in Australia. A lot of them are parents. A lot of them are engaged and married. A lot of them are just students. And a lot of them are just working. A lot of them are, like all this different thing. And it's really crazy seeing people like boys from my secondary school, because obviously they were popping up along the way, even though I don't care what they're doing right now or how they're doing. So I'm going to spray a little bit more of this again, now that we've powdered. It was crazy seeing how much of them, or how many of them are parents now. And I was like, damn, I hope a lot of them boys grew up, if they are now fathers. Because growing up in an all-male school, I mean, the misogyny was like off the chart towards female teachers, towards the guys in my class talking about girls that they were hooking up with. Like, there was just not an ounce of respect that, for the sake of their partners and children, I hope they grew up. And obviously I don't want to hold anyone to what they were like at 18 years old, but God, they were all awful. They were really, really, really all awful. The only one that I still like is this guy called Adam. And he was always really, really, really nice to me. He's very timid and very shy. And I see that he's like a really successful like personal trainer right now. So shout out to him and congratulations to him. As for the rest, I really don't care how they're doing. But yeah, just seeing people from my primary school, and also there's a lot of people from my primary school that I used to be really close with that I'm not really close with anymore. And there's someone that I used to be really close with, like my childhood best friend. Her name is Kate, and we were inseparable. We were in a friend group together, and then the friend group turned sour because of a girl in the friend group being the worst person in the entire world. And anyways, so me and Kate stopped being friends, and we hadn't been friends and haven't been friends since I was, and she was like, 16, 17. So we were inseparable in class every single day together, like hanging out every single day, lived on the same street, like from literally like 1 until 16. And then one day we just stopped hanging out and never spoke, never whatever. And I've seen her, updates on social media here and there, but there was many years that I like genuinely hated her. I hated her for, in my eyes, betraying me and choosing someone that she had been friends with last time over me, because the other person just didn't like me. So many different things, right? And I remember I like met her on a night out like a year or so ago, and I didn't like her. I didn't like her because I held this grudge, and I love holding grudges. I always talk about holding grudges. But recently, like we have a mutual friend who is one of my best friends to this day in Derry, and her and Kate live together, and it's my friend Joy. And I hear updates about Kate from Joy, and she's definitely playing like middle ground and stuff. But like me and Kate and I are at the stage where, listen, um, we are not friends. Nor do I think either of us would ever want to be friends with each other anymore. You know what I mean? But we wished each other happy birthday this year, which was crazy. And, you know, she'll respond to my stories saying she's super proud of me. I'll respond to her stories saying I'm super proud of her. And, that is the extent. I can't believe my nose is running so much. I need to wipe it again. That is the extent of our, communications. But there's something really nice about the fact that, like, we've grown up and just being civil now. Like, we're civil. We're not friends or anything like that. Again, nor do either of us probably want to be friends with each other. We've moved on. You move on and stuff. But there's something really refreshing about the fact that, like, we just have this kind of level of maturity now where I was like, why are my hands red? We have this level of maturity where we just kind of respect each other, but from a distance, because obviously there's still a lot of hurt feelings there. But like, we can acknowledge now that we're not 16, but we can still acknowledge that on both parts, there's probably a lot of like heartbreak, anger, and resentment. I know there is from mine. And yeah, it's this interesting like period that I'm in, and you always hear people talking about like your 20s, right? I'm really feeling it this year. I don't know what it is. I didn't feel it when I was 21, and again, I've only been 22 for a couple years, so obviously this doesn't make sense, but like, for some reason, these last couple months have been very formative in how I look towards relationships, friendships, career, kind of what inspires me, what drives me, and kind of how I look slash treat people. I really feel like I'm going through like the 20s transitional phase right now. And I feel like my friends are all going through it as well. And, they're all 22, 23, 24, 25. So I guess these next couple of years I'm in for a fucking roller coaster. So if anyone has any advice when it comes to your early 20s, please let me know, because it's not that I'm struggling with it or anything like that, but it's definitely an adjustment. And I would just like to know if anyone has any advice on what to look out for, what to, I don't know, just, you know what I mean? Because I'm definitely feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a sad thing either. It's this exciting transitional period. But there's a lot of sadness, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of happiness, and a lot of excitement that comes with that. And I'm just trying to navigate that right now. And again, I think the main thing is, just seeing how different you and your friends' lives are when, I still think back on those times of being 16 and hanging out, and 13 and hanging out and stuff. It's interesting. It's interesting. And I always hear people be like, I feel younger than I am, or blah, 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 blah. It's not that I feel younger than what I am. Like, I'm going to be honest, I do feel like 22. But I could easily remember being 16, or I could easily remember, James Charles, back off. I could easily remember being like 15 or 14 or something like that. Not that I feel like that, but I remember being that. And I remember what I was doing, and I remember where I was at in my life. And looking back then versus looking now on like what my priorities are, what I have to do in a day, it's interesting. It's interesting. I would love to talk to my parents about it, because obviously they've been through their 20s. And what's scary is one of my brothers, I think, is almost about to be 30. And my other brother is like in his mid 20s. And I see their life, and it, with no shade, like, stresses me out what's to come. The older they get, the more hardships they go through in relationships or friendships or work and stuff like that. And, priorities change when you get older, and, they them being in relationships or not being in relationships or renting slash mortgage slash, it is a scary sign to watch my brothers. And I love them. I love them so much. And I'm always very proud of them and I'm always rooting for them. But there's something really interesting about seeing two people in my family who I've always grown up with that are a little bit older than me, and one of them being a lot more older than me, and just witnessing them go through this time period that I'm currently in. And I believe that I'm very different than both of my brothers. I think my brothers are very different from each other. Like, I think we're all kind of a random bunch. But it's really interesting to kind of look what they were going through at what age and kind of what I'm going through at what age, and then I can kind of like predict slash foresee what may or may not happen. I wonder if anyone has any siblings, if you've ever felt that way, or maybe just extended family. And again, whenever I was hanging out with my cousin Neve at the Charlie XCX show, you know, she's in like her mid slash late, I don't know, 30s, and hearing what she's going through as well is crazy. Just knowing that like you can still be going through transitional periods whenever you are in your mid 30s, approaching your late 30s. She would hate me saying approaching your late 30s. She might even be in her late 30s. I don't know, Queen. She looks good. So yeah, I guess everyone moves at a different time period. Clearly this has been on my mind because we're now 2 days in a row of me talking about this. If anyone has any advice for like these transitional periods of your life, please let me know. And please also let me know your take on it and how you felt. And if you feel like you're going through that right now, please let me know how you're feeling. I will see you in my next one. I hope you're all doing very well. And goodbye. I did just want to put my hair down before the video ends just to show you that like I look better when my forehead's not exposed. Although, I need to wash my hair, but I just do not have enough time, so we're just going to be dealing with a ratty mess. So maybe I should put my hair back up. It's literally shedding. Oh, I also need to do my lips. Okay, I'm honestly just going to put a gloss on today, and I'm going to put this REM Beauty Juice Box one on. I don't want to put a stain on today. I can't be bothered. I'll just put this on. Alright. There we go. God, I love these REM. If you can get these. I totally recommend them. Alright, see you in the next one.